Today's episode is brought to you by our partner, Grundy Insurance. Since 1947, Grundy has provided America's auto enthusiasts with the best collector vehicle insurance. A Grundy policy includes agreed value coverage, unlimited mileage, and a zero deductible, as well as other included benefits like towing reimbursement and choice of repair shop. Grundy Insurance is family owned and keeps their rates low because guess what? They're car guys too. No matter what kind of collector car you have, muscle, exotic, or antique, give Grundy a call or visit them online for a quote. Hey guys, welcome back to the Collector Car Network. My name is Luke. I'm joined here today with Diego Rosenberg, who is our lead writer over at the Classic Cars Journal. Now, what we're going to be doing today is checking out this 1969 Z28 Camaro, and we're also going to compare it to another Z28. So starting off with this one, describe to me what exactly makes the Z28 different from something like the SS?
Well, let's start off by saying this is our boss's former car.
Okay.
Twice removed, I think. This is the second time we've seen it in an auction. So this is Chevrolet's Trans Am entry. So in order to certify this car for Trans Am racing, Chevrolet built it with a special 302 V8, which is part of the Chevrolet Small Block series. Otherwise, you have the Band-Aid stripes, which was a Z28 exclusive, aside of the Camaro pace car. You have the 15-inch rally wheels. I know there were some running changes. I think maybe later in the year the spoiler became standard. There was the chambered exhaust that I think maybe was initially included, then made optional later, or maybe they removed it from the option list entirely because of noise regulations. I don't really remember. I can't say I'm a Chevy guy, but I know enough to get in trouble, as you see.
And this is made into a 4-speed transmission?
All of them were 4 speeds. This one has the optional cowl induction hood, as you can see. Not all of them came with this. Most of them came with a flat hood, presumably. Otherwise, this is your basic Z28. Nothing really fancy about it other than maybe one of the trim options where you can see it has the chrome louvers in front of the wheels and nice Daytona yellow paint.
Yeah, this is exactly what I think of when I think of a Z28. The color, the stripes, everything that we're seeing here today.
But the other one that we're going to see has a little bit more, and it's worthy of mention to compare one that's a little bit more regular and typical versus one that's a little bit more special.
Very cool.
So what's different about this Camaro from other Z28s is 4-wheel disc brakes and dual quads. So we already talked with the owner, and we do know that this car wasn't born with either of them originally from the factory or specified as a dealer installation, which the dual quads are available in that regard. But this car is a dual quads, which is a little bit too much for the street. From what I've read, you could be at 4,000 RPM starting in first, and it's going to stumble. It's mainly for the road racer.
Gotcha. Now, for the Z28, you compare that to something like the regular Super Sport. What's the difference? What is Z28? Does that get its distinction from the Trans Am racing from back in the day?
Exactly. Trans Am racing had a limit for 305 cubic inches, which is 5 liters. So what Chevrolet did was get a 327 block and 283 crank and added a bunch of their high performance parts like the heads and the cam that were already in their parts box, and you got this engine.
Okay, so talking about the transmission for this Z28, is it a 4-speed manual?
Yeah, all of them came with 4 speeds for 67 to 69. You could get a wide ratio 4-speed, a close ratio 4-speed, or the rock crusher. I say that in quotes.
Right on. And so what exactly makes this Z28 stand out compared to, say, other ones?
This Z28 has 2 options that were very rare back in the day. We talked with the owner, and we found out that these were added, but still, this car has something different that's worth pointing out. Number one, it's got dual quads underneath the hood, or on top of that manifold rather. So, you know, it's not one that's easy to drive in the street with the dual quads, but it's something that was like great for race-inspired driving.
Gotcha. And do you think that that's something that can raise the value of the Z28 compared to other
It was
ones?
documented, sure. Owner installed, I don't know. I guess let the market bear that out. Legitimate dual quad cars you don't find often.
Pretty rare.
Yeah.
So for the wheels down below here, I'm guessing they are 15 inches?
They are 15 inches. That's what was standard. That was the only thing available. Power front disc brakes were also standard, but this car has four-wheel discs, which was a very expensive option. I think about 500 bucks back then, which I think probably was at least the cost of the Z28 package alone. So what's interesting about the four-wheel disc brakes is that 206 Camaros were built with that option, although this car was restored with it and didn't come with them originally. But still, as far as four-wheel disc brakes in an American car in 1969, I think the only other car is the Corvette, and they had those standard.
Now looking at the paint, obviously it's a gorgeous color. The stripes, was that specific to the Z28?
The Band-Aid stripes were available on the Z28. They were standard. No other Camaro had those stripes except the pace car and the pace car hardtop, which they call Z10. Super Sports did not have these stripes otherwise, just the Z28.
Very cool. Let's move down the line a little bit further. Come check out the rear end over here.
So don't quote me on this, but I think the spoiler was optional and then later became standard for the Z28, but I'm not sure about that. Not a Chevy guy, but definitely you'll find some without.
So this is definitely just a piece of American history, especially in terms of like muscle cars. I think this is pretty awesome. Now, I kind of want to play a game with you. What do you think this is going to sell for? I'm going to throw out a guess first. Judging just on the way it looks and everything we've talked about, I'm going to say $105,000.
I don't know the market, so I'm afraid to guess, but I'm going to say it's more than that.
Okay.
In the spirit of the price is right, I'll say $1. But otherwise, I'll say $125.
Okay, that's I would say is a fair guess. I mean, we fetch high prices here at Barrett-Jackson. Diego, thank you so much for just kind of giving me the tour around this thing and telling me what makes it special and just the features on it. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching our video. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and comment down below your thoughts. Remember, if you want to collect a car of your own, check out our website at classiccars.com, which is our online marketplace with over 30,000 listings live on the site. Also, be sure to check out our sister website at AutoHunter.com, which is our 7-day online auction. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys in the next video.